So this is a big topic. There's many parts to it, and it can be very personalized, right? But some people say it's complicated, but it's actually the very fundamental, it's the very core of most people's success, and I would actually argue everyone's success. Right, so today I'm going to talk about self-belief. So this is an interesting topic and it's something that I want to go deeply into, and that's because some and most people lack self-belief, and as I said, it's the fundamental to success. So people who have succeeded in whatever they want to do did have self-belief, and that was, in my opinion, if you ask any successful person, self-belief is one of their main things, and that helped them become successful. But there's different ways that people lack self-belief. One of them is subtle, and the other one is blatantly obvious. The subtle one, it can be subconscious, and it can be very down low. It can be just in the back of your head, and like maybe a little voice or just a little feeling that you have that I don't know if I can achieve this, I don't know if I can do this, that. It's just can be like an emptiness or something, right? Or it can be blatantly obvious, like for example, sometimes you don't even realize you say it. You're like, either to yourself or someone else, you're like, I don't know if I can do this, or something like that, right? So that's obviously the blatantly obvious one. There's a bunch of reasons why people lack self-belief. Obviously, I'm not going to list all of them, but I'll list a few. For example, environment. And what I mean by environment is family, friends, social media, your location, right? Because when people talk, in general, when people talk about environment, they talk about actual physical environment. But when you think for a second, how do you communicate, or how do you interact with people the most? You interact with people on your phone, right? Online, on social media. So I would actually argue it's arguable that your online presence and what you do on your phone is more important than your actual, physical environment. But again, your physical environment is very important, because if you are in a shithole, then you can do something about it, but it's not like you're gonna get inspired or anything. Like for example, if someone is fucking poor or homeless, let's say in Dubai, and someone's poor and homeless in the countryside in Eastern Europe or wherever, right? The person in Dubai most likely is going to be more motivated because he's surrounded by all these luxury things and all these successful people, whereas someone in Eastern Europe on the countryside or whatever is just surrounded by grass and whatever, right? And just like run down houses and all that shit. So like your environment and what you see is also very important, and getting the sunshine, all that things. People in locations where there's no sun, or there's rarely any sunshine, those people are most likely less energetic than people who every day have some sun shining on them and all that stuff, right? Inaction could also be another one, which ties into procrastination, which is the last one I wanted to mention. It's basically just maybe sitting in your room and not doing anything, right? Just not acting, just thinking, procrastinating, not doing anything, right? That could ruin and weaken your self-belief and the belief in yourself, basically. Because if you're not doing anything, then why would you believe in yourself, right? If you just sit on the couch all day, why would you believe in yourself that you can achieve, you can become a champion, or you can make $1 million, right? It just doesn't link. So let's actually talk about these three points that I want to mention. Number one is just start doing things, start getting shit done, and this will basically prove to yourself that things can happen. And the whole point of it is to gain momentum and start progressing, because those things, all of those combined, will literally skyrocket your belief. Because let's say if you let's say the last week you just sat in your room doing nothing, and then you start doing little things, and then it kind of, the momentum is building up, and you in a month you start doing bigger stuff, you start doing bigger projects, blah blah. So by doing something, by getting shit done, you actually got things done and you achieved your goal or whatever. But you also now you believe in yourself, right? Now if you want to do something even bigger, you know that you can do it because you've done this. Now all you have to do is start doing things again, little things, and that will turn into bigger things, and then boom boom boom, and keep going up, right? So just start getting things done, start doing shit. Action will always prove you, it can prove you right or it can prove you wrong. Same goes with inaction. Number 2, right? Surround yourself with people who are either at the level you want to get to or above. Ideally, in an ideal world, you want to be above, right? So the reason I say this is, it's very simple, to be fair. I don't know how people don't really get this, but it's, I haven't, but it's just people say, oh yeah, by investing into yourself, mental. I know I always say that as well, but when you actually only interact with people who are at the level or higher, ideally higher, that you want to get to, and you only interact with them, you don't talk to anyone else, you only talk to these people, you only surround yourself with these people, this could be online, physically, wherever, right? Then at some point it will go into your subconscious. The energy and, you know, the whole knowledge and information will be so much that it will go seep into your subconscious, and when it does, then you will achieve it. I 100% guarantee you. It's gonna seem so insignificant that you will obviously work harder. That's number 1, right? You will work harder to get there, and you will find ways to get there, and when you do, you will be looking for the next goal, right? But once this actually goes into your subconscious that it's possible, then think of it like a little switch, or like a rubber band that has tension on it, and the tension has been lifted. It's just gonna skyrocket your results and everything like that, because you're actually gonna think it's possible. Like, it is possible because all these people around me are doing it. So yeah, it's very powerful. So I recommend you to just surround yourself and only talk with people who are at the level or higher that you want to get to. And finally, number 3 is, do not lie to yourself. Never ever break a promise to yourself. Now, it might seem, again, I say it a lot of time, but it might seem obvious, but people still, literally, probably everyone I know lie to themselves, right? Or, you know, did a little white lie, or broke a promise, or literally, I've done this. I do this sometimes, but obviously not now. But I used to do this where I kind of bend the rules. I'm sure you've done this as well. So let's say you promise yourself something, but it's not even bending them. It's just making excuses. Stop making excuses and stop lying to yourself, right? Because it's not going to get you anywhere. So if you say something, if you promise yourself something, do it. And this will fucking strengthen your self-belief so much, because even if it's something small, right, it will build up. Momentum will come to you and help you out, right? But it's so simple. I don't even know why I'm explaining it. But if you don't break a promise to yourself, if you do whatever you say, just don't lie to yourself, right? It's that simple. You will see that you start believing that you can actually do stuff, because you're not lying to yourself, you're not making excuses, and you're actually doing what you say. And one way to build this up is, again, starting small. So this could be just, first of all, not lying to yourself at all. So for example, if you did something bad, or you did something that you shouldn't have, don't tell yourself, oh, it's fine, it's only one, blah blah blah. That's lying to yourself. You need to be straight up. You need to be very, I would say, I don't know, aggressive with yourself or whatever. Just push yourself. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And you will see your self-belief skyrocket. Now, if you combine all these 3, then, and you actually implement them properly, then you will see success pretty much. And I'm on the road. Hopefully you will be on the road. And as always, I hope this helped at least one person. All you have to do is implement. That's literally all you have to do. Start action, do. So in a bit.